Hey, welcome to another episode in the continuing series of emerging technologies and advanced solutions. And today, bringing together some best in breed solutions and technologies. And we have Mark Sondergaard with us from Entelegent to share that story with us. So, Mark, tell us a little bit more. What are we going to hear about today?
We're going to be talking a little bit about our business in a box for franchise solutions. It brings together, a lot of things that are needed by the franchise community today. Franchises can be, restaurants, retail, anything multi-location, multi-product. And a lot of this entails could be phones, could be internet connections, could be SD-WAN. There's a lot of different things that it entails and their needs, and pulling this all together and giving them a single avenue in which to not only buy it, but manage it and pay one bill in the whole solution.
Fantastic. And what is Entelegent bringing in the box? What's in the box? What kind of technologies are we talking about? And, how is this presented to the business owner?
We have a lot of technologies that can be in the box. It's one of those that you can make the box yours type of solution. But some of the technologies are phone systems designed for franchise, retail, restaurant. A vSIM router that can go anywhere, be anything for anybody. For people that have our primary and secondary issue trying to connect. SD-WAN that helps bring all this together and gives people the network capabilities that they need. POTS as an alternative, alternatives to POTS. We have all those different things. Plus we have the portal, which just pulls it all together, and what you call the glue, and we'll be talking about that through the series too.
Well, I'm excited to hear more about it, Mark. I know the partners are as well. Anytime we can bring in a bundle of technology and solutions, make it easy for our sellers and easy for the buyers, that's always a good thing. So go ahead and tell us what's in the box.
Perfect. Thank you. Appreciate this time. And let's check out the box and see what's in there. So first of all, before we get to what's in the box, let's talk about why we created the box. And there's been several studies done in 22, 23 for franchise type customers. And franchise could be retail, restaurant. It's multi-location, tens, dozens, hundreds, thousands of locations type customers with multiple products that they need to manage. So what came out of that was uptime of network and reliability of network was number one on the list. It affects their transaction processing. It affects ordering, online and apps. It affects real-time inventory, business management, security, with everything connects into security. So that's a true business need, and they're struggling with that in many cases. Drop calls is another one. It's been measured on a couple of these that up to 50% of to-go and reservation calls are dropped due to human error. And that's because people don't understand how to use the phones. It's a cumbersome process sometimes, and that has resulted in the loss of hundreds of millions of dollars across all these different types of customers that are losing business because they're taking that business someplace else because they're tired of dealing with getting hung up on. And then the last one was they need simple. They need a singular place to manage their solutions, and they haven't really found much of that out there. Their IT staffs are shrinking, their finance staffs are shrinking. Everyone's being asked to do more with less, but in many cases they're actually increasing the number of solutions that they're dealing with, and it just makes it more difficult. So let's take a look now at what's actually in the box. So this box can be as much or as little as you need, and it has a lot of different options that we can put in there. Access. We have all different kinds of connectivity that can go in there. Simplified voice. We have multiple voice services. Anything from a POTS line to multiple UCaaS providers to a phone system that's designed for these types of businesses, and we'll discuss that one more heavily. SD-WAN solutions, multiple ones. MNS monitoring, giving them an ease to manage their networks. We do domestic and global field services. Envision lifecycle management, being able to look at everything they have in one spot and know what an IP address is, what the MAC address is, a serial number of something. And we'll get more into that also. We also do mobile device support. Doesn't matter what it is, who the provider is. We can help them manage that solution, both optimizing the service and managing the actual devices. And then POTS alternative. That's one of the big ones that everybody's talking about. And we can help move that along because every one of these locations generally has at least one POTS line they have to do something with in the future. So let's talk a bit about the simplified voice. And in my career, I've sold tens of thousands of locations of restaurants, retail, any types of franchise type organizations. And one of the big problems that they've had since the onset of UCaaS or VoIP is putting phone calls on hold and picking them back up. We've found and are selling this phone that actually has a hold button on it, and it comes in desk models, comes in a wireless model, plus it comes in a ruggedized wireless model, and it actually has a hold button. It's as simple as picking up the call, hitting the line 1, answering it, say 1 second, put you on hold, hit the hold button, pick up line 2, put them on hold, and go back, hit line 1, line 2 still on hold. No call part, call retrieve, soft buttons, any of that. It's very simple. And the line identification buttons are great too because they're all right there. And one of the big things that we have seen is that the training of a new employee, and we have multiple franchise groups, both small and large, that have said it takes them many times longer to train on the phone than it does to train on the actual job. So this has been a big moving solution for us, and we have many large restaurant and retail firms that are either in the process of putting this in or going through heavy duty testing on it, because it is the ease of use on it is right there where they need it to be. It's a DEX solution, so you don't have to have a drop, a phone line drop, a Ethernet drop. It's all DEX, so you don't have to worry about that. And it has all the features that you would expect from any VoIP solution. They come pre-configured, and we can do some industry specific features based on the type of solutions they're looking for. The other thing that we wanted to talk about, and I know you're excited about this one because we've had discussions about this, is our vSIM technology. And this is what we call Universal Connects vSIM. And what this is a box that allows it to connect to any of the 4 major US carriers, and it's all on a single plan. And these are large bundle plans. And again, they can be small bundle. We start at 5 gig, we go up to terabyte, and we got a group right now that we've created a 2.5 terabyte plan for. And these come in multiple types of devices. You have the black one there, that is the enterprise router. That's your standard business router, and it does all the things you'd expect, but it connect to AT&T, Verizon, T-Mobile, US Cellular, and it will move between them as needed. Or you can set it up that it is locked into one, or you can tell it, I want it to be on AT&T. If AT&T is not available, I want it to be Verizon. If Verizon is not available, US Cellular. You can tell it how to do those things. So it's a fantastic solution. Then we have the white one there, and that is the outdoor ruggedized one. That can be used anywhere outside. It can be a boat. It can be in a park. It can be outside a construction trailer. It can be any place that you need to be. We're testing this with a large group that does mobile vending across the USA, and the reason they like this is it gets 20+ mile range out of it. So when everybody else at these events is connecting to the closest towers, this one's connecting to towers outside of that. So there's a lot of different features and functionality within these that are great. And then you have the little orange one at the bottom, little hotspot, and you take that thing anywhere. It is a mobile hotspot, but it has great range on it for being a hotspot. But again, all these connect to all those things, every feature across all of those. And what we've done is we've built into our portal that you'll see in our next segment, everything that you ever need to do with these, you can do with a click of a button. You can reset that router with a click of a button. You can reset the connection to the SIM with a click of the button. You can, change the SIM provider with a click of a button. Very simple, very easy to use. Take it anywhere. It's kind of a, connectivity unleashed, if you want to call it that. So those are two of the big things in this box. And then if we look at this is, let's look at everything that franchise might need that we could put in the box. Again, access. Doesn't matter what it is, vSIM or traditional. We have access to that. Simplified voice. Multiple different providers, multiple different packages we can do. SD-WAN, multiple providers. We have a strong relationship with Adaptive Networks. People are loving that solution. Soon to be a SASE type solution, which even makes it even better. Full monitoring capabilities, doesn't matter. Carrier, vendor, agnostic of everything, and we support over 250 manufacturers. Global domestic field services. We can dispatch and fix, dispatch and install. Envision lifecycle management, single source, billing, optimization, inventory, management, ticketing, contract, finance, mobile, everything all in one spot. Mobile device support, this one's, a lot of people are really starting to take a look at this because we don't move anybody to MVNO. We work within their contracts and we support all their devices that they have in there, and they can have 4 or 5 different providers, and we're giving them a single place to go to do any trouble ticketing or ordering for any of those solutions. And then all-in-one POTS alternative. We know there's 30 million POTS lines still out there. It's going to have to be moved over the next few years, and we have a solution for that. And almost every one of these franchises has that type of solution that is needed. So putting all that together is unique to a type, because we're able to put it all together, but then we're able to manage and monitor all of it also. And again, anything on here, if they already have that solution, we don't have to sell it to them. We can still put it in the portal, which you'll see, and be that glue that holds it all together. So thank you on this. I know in our next segment, we're going to be talking about the glue and how it's all held together, and kind of the magic behind the scenes of what makes this special.
Great presentation. Quick question. So that's in the box, and you mentioned that the customer already has some elements that you described, no problem. But can you also buy those standalone or a la carte? Could you just get the vSIM or just get the UCaaS? Yeah.
Everything we sell can be sold individually as a package of a couple of them, or if they want it all, we can sell it all. They can bring what they want to bring, fill in with the others. And for some of your folks that are MSPs or VARs, we can white label this entire solution.
Fantastic. Well, thanks, Mark. And I look forward to part 2, where we go into behind the scenes, if you will, right?
Yep.
All right.
Thank you.
So much.
Appreciate your time.
You bet.